I dream of you. There's a confirmation. We know that. Sweet dreams of you here. I want to be the reason for your sweetest dreams. There's a very strong connection to you guys. Also, I feel Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your love messages, your love tarot, your love oracle, your love reading. I'm really happy you're here with me today, Chris of the Tarot Closet. Hi, you guys. Okay, I just cut the deck. We're going to take a look at it in a moment before we shuffle, but let me just put your heart here with your angel feather and your dreams, your biggest wishes. Also, guys, I was drawn today to put a guitar down for you. I don't know if you can see it. It's a really beautiful crystal guitar. So first of all, the obvious, you could be a musician. Your person could be a musician. The other thing is we are going to be, I'm still feeling very love messagey. By the way, I have quite a few of my decks out. We will be, of course, doing love messages, direct messages to you from your person, as always. And also, as always, love song messages. So it could be a really special connection for some of you with music, is what I want to say, whether that is a musician or your person, or having met through music, sending each other songs, keeping playlists, that sort of thing. So I'm going to put it here. But the other thing about an instrument coming down, music notes, that sort of thing, it can also mean about making peace. It's a sign of either you're already making peace with yourself or with your person, the situation, or it could be that it needs, there's some peace and kind of harmony that needs to be made, whether that's for you in your life, just in general, whether it's for you and your person to come back together, or just make peace so that you can both move on, whatever that's going to be. Let's get into the reading. And also, that's going to be different for everyone. I do, and I want to say something. Somebody commented, I think it might have been on Pisces, not recalling exactly, about this feeling of, well, when we're in, when I'm away from my person or separated, it doesn't mean I'm struggling. Definitely true in the rest of my life. I 100% agree with that for everybody. The thing for me here in my readings is I'm channeling energies, and sometimes that energy is stronger for some people. So, guys, if you're feeling that way, don't worry about it. Just take what resonates, throw away the rest, truly, okay? This is a general reading, and I'm channeling a lot of energy. A lot of people are here for messages. So, and some come through stronger than others. And sometimes the collective energy, both for a zodiac sign, whatever it is, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whatever, okay? Sometimes it just is that the energy is kind of collective across the board, like universally. So that just happens. And sometimes it's for the zodiac sign in particular. Sometimes it's just for particular people, you guys. That's just how it is. And some things come through. So that's the other thing. I just want to repeat that take what resonates, you guys, because not everything will resonate. The other thing I want to say to you is this is not I'm not predicting things for you. That's what I want to say. You have free will, okay? Your outcome is yours. It's yours, Gemini. What you do with what decisions you make, which direction you're going, how you interpret things, because it will be different for everyone. That is up to you, okay? So that's important to me that you know that. The other thing I want to say is, yeah, I almost forgot, is welcome Gemini. And so Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, of course. And also whatever is in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, okay? So if you are a Gemini, for example, with a Libra Moon, you know, there's just a lot at play here. And the other thing is cross watchers. Hello. You are also welcome here. It could be that you are watching for some Gemini in your chart. Could be that you're watching for a Gemini in your life. Could be you don't even know why you're here, or you're just curious, checking it out, whatever. Whatever reason you are here, there's something for you. Now, it could be in a particular deck. We are still on Wisdom of the Oracle, guys. I go with my gut instincts, your guardian angels, my guardian angels, and this is where we are in August still. So you could find some things resonating here in this deck. You could be resonating with the Lover's Oracle, which we will be looking at today, guardian angel reading cards. And as I said, I have a lot of love messages from your person. That could even be vice versa, resonating for you, sending the messages to them. That's totally normal. Also with the song messages from your person, Gemini, it could also be that it's something you see and hear and go, oh my gosh, no, that you feel like you're sending it to them, or you have. And look, it can be an entire song. It can be just an artist, a title, a lyric, one word, whatever that is, or it could quite simply be just the message in the song, okay? So now that we got that out of the way, let's look under the deck. I will say to you, interesting, you guys, while I was shuffling before, I did see building blocks already, and I also saw serendipity. So just going to say to you, before we get into building blocks and never-ending story, that serendipity is spirit putting love in your path, Gemini. Okay? Love in your path. So that can come in many forms. That doesn't necessarily mean romance. But guys, this is a love reading. I'm especially channeling messages and energies, okay? So, okay, this just slipped. And did you see that? I just want to show you because this just was slipping down and showing us, look, all that glitters is here, guys. Okay. You see those masks on top of that pile of gold, but what's underneath there? Is somebody hiding their feelings? Gemini, is that you? Is that your person? So this is a 7. This can be about the past and also now, okay? And some kind of change taking place within that. So yeah, this can be about hiding feelings, hiding who you are, your person, maybe feeling like you couldn't be yourself. We'll see. We'll get into that later. Maybe it'll come back. That often happens, you guys. It keeps wanting to be shown here. And that's the other thing. When you start, when we begin, when the camera comes on, the reading starts. You could see a totem on the table. You could hear something I'm saying, something that I mentioned. For example, I've been really strongly connecting with deer and butterflies lately, like on another level. And I feel like those are messages for you. Okay, some totems for you. Some transformation. Deers can often come to when we feel like we're being kind of well, one, it can be when you are somebody who is connected spiritually. So I feel like I'm talking to a lot of starseeds out there. Hello, dreamers, people that are intuitive and connecting or trying to. But it can also be as a sign of you kind of feeling like maybe you're under a little bit of attack, okay? So just take that into account. Just keep it in mind, something to think about. Nothing we'll go into at the moment. But guys, yeah, so that's when the reading starts. We're already in the reading. Building blocks. This is a 10, you guys. End of a cycle, a renewal beginning. Now look, this is halfway built. So is this something continuing here? Is this your person? Or is this the end of that cycle you've been in? Because this foundation here is not done. It's not finished. And there's some blocks kind of flying around too, a little bit possibly harmful. Now, this could be also your person coming back and wanting to rebuild. And you, it could be one or both of you. Remember, everything can be vice versa. Could also be somebody from the past coming. Gemini, some unfinished. It's business here. It's a little bit like getting the unfinished symphony. And now we have another 10. So this is the end of a cycle for you, Gemini. Something's kind of completing, and that could be just by way of, it could be your person. It could be the way you're thinking about it, how much energy you've put into it, and you want to start over. And I cannot deny that I was, when this All That Glitters was here, look, this was also kind of poking its head, milk and honey. Now, that is an everything kind of love here, you guys. That's my arm, by the way, those funny sounds. This is an everything love, you guys. This is spiritual, emotional, loving, hopeful. A rainbow symbolizes hope here. Okay, guys? So there's something this is wanting to come through. But there is the end of some kind of a cycle here, and it could be you moving on. It could be that you're just coming out of something, or just quite possibly restarting in general, okay? Whether that's just in your life or with your person. But here, that's the 10 again. Never-ending story when that comes down. If you watch my readings, and even if you don't, if this is your first time, hello, welcome to you. This can be about the stories you tell yourself, Gemini. Maybe that some of the self-talk, or just some ideas that you might have been holding on to. Now look, some of you are already out of this energy, some of you aren't. Very interesting. This was a very strong in Pisces reading too. So keep that in mind, guys. You do have a chart. You can easily find that out with your birth date, the time you were born, that sort of stuff. So if you want to go check that out, if you don't know. And your person, of course, has a chart. So many signs. If you want to get a better view of what's going on, definitely cross-watch. I do have playlists for every sign. And I have quite a few up for August, you guys. So this was coming down quite a bit for August readings, but it was particularly strong in the Pisces reading. Okay, so it looks like you're coming out of that. And if you look here, this is a time capsule and the sand is coming out. Look, it's running out and it's sort of leaving this heart suspended in there. It's this you, me, love, yes, no, maybe. Now that can also be about your person, of course, a never-ending story. It's not the same as the round and round card, which symbolizes sort of cycles, maybe getting back together or not, or your person coming and going, and writing and not writing, ghosting and not ghosting, okay? It can be a little bit like the round and round, but it's also very strong about cycles that you're in, and that sand is almost out of there. Look, Gemini, the sand is going down. So your cycle, that cycle is ending, okay? Something new is beginning. Whatever it's going to be for you, it's going to resonate for everyone differently. But in this particular card, the mirror is set down. This person does not want to look in the mirror, is kind of tired of it, is like, I don't want to look at myself right now. Whether it's what did I do, or I'm tired of feeling this way. Whatever that is going to be for you, okay? It's going to be different. But look at these beautiful, glistening, translucent wings, okay? Move those hands if you need to, Gemini, and fly away. Okay, guys, let's get a shuffle. And by the way, I always shuffle and sage and meditate before readings. But yes, I do like to do some more while we are talking, either getting acquainted or just saying hello again. Okay, thank you, spirit guides and angels. Can we get another shuffle here? I generally do 3, guys, but sometimes more if necessary, sometimes less. Sometimes readings just start. All right. Or they already started, actually, as I said, but sometimes they start coming down and lining up sooner. Flexible card. First of all, this can be about compromises, okay? So it can be that you're, maybe both you and your person could be, well, being stubborn. But it could also be that it's something you're going to need to do. If you're coming back together, you might have already. And look, there's the 10 again. So this is definitely the end of a cycle for you, Gemini. Something really new beginning here. I love this. Look at this flexible person going, sort of bending over backwards. There's a little bit of somebody maybe compromising more than the other, okay? That's happening here. Look, you've been there so long, you have a kind of like a weed there. You have a flower coming out. So this can be about your person for sure, some past energies or some energies that might need to happen. Now, two things here that are happening. This is actually very fascinating. Is this can also be a person coming in, Gemini, that you don't recognize as your normal type. Now, look, that can be your person that you're here for today. It could be that that was the kind of connection you had with your person. They kind of weren't like someone you normally would be attracted to. But could also be love coming in, okay? Could be somebody on your, wow, I'm getting a little throat chakra thing going on here. Excuse me. Could even be someone that you know already in your friend circle, someone on your social media, maybe even someone from the past, as we saw already, someone like farther back, not just your person, but like even childhood for some of you. Now that can also, all this energy that I'm feeling can be twin flames and soulmates, you guys. So that energy is here. That's very clear already. Exchanging gifts. It's the same thing here. Look, could be your person coming with an offering. Okay. But this can also be about love. So we've seen serendipity now. We've seen the flexible card now. We saw milk and honey. We're seeing exchanging gifts here. Now, this 9 is about fulfillment, you guys. Also kind of getting something, which is very appropriate for this card, exchanging gifts. So it could also be that you guys are going to be having a conversation soon, possibly meeting. Could be physical gifts, but it could also be simply the gift of communication, the gift of understanding, whatever that's going to be. Definitely we have the compromise thing here going on with the flexible card. And a 9 can also be fruition, things coming to fruition, Gemini. So that can be your person. Wow, that's already pretty great reading for you. We haven't even put the cards down yet. That was a little bit of a heavy shuffle, wasn't it? Okay, guys, I'm going to do one more cut deck here. And we're actually going to move on or see if something is wanting to fly out yet. Could be not. Let's see what's going on here. Thank you, spirit guides and angels. Can you tell us more about Gemini, their love life, their person, generally what's going on in their love life? Do we look at it now? Yes, we do. All right, we just shuffled and there it is. It's come back already. Gemini, I love that for you. I really do. Wishes fulfilled, you guys. Something coming, love for sure. Okay, is this your person? Is this new love? We see that there's love coming your way, all right? Whatever that's going to be, whether it's a new person or your person. Obviously, you're here for a reason. You know, you generally come to a tarot reading for confirmation on what you already know, or you want to shed some light on what is eluding you, okay? I do feel that some of you have already started to move on, and some of you are kind of in limbo. That's a very large collective energy here. Excuse me, I always have sage on the table. But that's a pretty amazing card to have come down. Look, I was wondering if this is going to come. Just talking about some of you moving on. There we go. There's a confirmation for those of you that are in this energy. As the exchanging gifts came down and we talked about it, there it is. And there's another 9, you guys. What is that fulfilling for you? What are you attaining here? Some of you, your freedom, because that's what some of you have. That's what I'm hearing here and feeling here. Some of you are halfway there. Some of you are already through that door. Okay. Very interesting. And also with the 9, again, so many 9s and 10s already, you guys, coming to fruition. So for some of you, it's this, what we saw, this kind of cycle that we talked about. And like I said, it's not the round and round card that we saw, but I do feel and hear and see these cycles. And some of you, it's kind of like went boop and it's come to a head and you're like, all right, this is where I'm going. But the other thing is some of you are sort of on the fence about it. You're not really sure. Okay. Now there's 2 things I want to say to you. One, I want to say, okay, guys, here we go. These 2, these 3 are actually yours. I'm going to put them here. We're going to turn them down in a minute. Don't be worried if you feel like I'm not mentioning your sign. First of all, everything will eventually show up. This is a very large collective reading, you guys. Sometimes there are stronger energies than others. For example, Gemini, you're definitely here, of course, and your person could also be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? That's just a given too. Also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But as I said, guys, every sign eventually shows up. It's a very, there's a lot of energy. That's just the way it is. A lot of energy, a lot of sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. The other thing I wanted to say to you is sometimes I will talk about a card, images, maybe even from other decks. And that is because that's how it's coming to me. So what you see here is here. What we saw in the cut decks is part of your reading. But sometimes I'm going to have some things to say to you that are not here on the table or that we didn't see. And that is because it's what I'm seeing, okay? And they can come to me in many ways, whether through a picture, through another card. So take that, take first of all, what signs I'm talking about with a grain of salt, okay? And also understand that when I'm talking to you about things that you're not seeing here possibly on the table, that is why, okay? And take that into account. All right, guys, look. Wow. Okay, now let's take a look here. Look, your milk and honey is back. And it's right next to time to go. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now we've seen again, exchanging gifts. This can be love, your person, a new person, milk and honey, the same, and everything. This is similar in the Imagine card, only in that you are, it's a love that you want. It's, well, don't we all, but it's the whole package, really. Does that mean it's easy and perfect? And not always, of course not. We're all humans. We're all flawed, okay? But this is the kind of connection that is spiritual. It's the sharing of emotions. It's loving. It's passionate, okay? And I can see this here, Gemini, that you've been hopeful for that. We have the rainbow here. It's just so interesting because right in between this hope and this love, and for some of you, it's very strong that it's your person. There is this other energy here that's like, not really sure, or see ya, okay? So take that as it resonates, you guys. Remember, again, this is a general reading. Not everything resonates, okay? Not everything is for you. Look, this came back to you guys. Wow, okay. So let's just talk about this for a minute here. We know that this can be about the past. This can be about now and kind of like working it out. So we can see that somebody here may have been, like I said, compromising a little bit more, or just feeling like when we saw the, it's eluding me now, the card, where you were just feeling like you have your hands on your face and you're feeling like, okay, I'm just done. I'm either done with this person or I'm done with this energy or feeling like this, okay? So this is a really actually great card to come down. All that glitters, what's the saying, is not gold. So this is the surface stuff. But it could be that your person was hiding their true feelings or is hiding them now. There could have been some ghosting going on here. And one of the things too that this can be about is the little side meaning, which can really, for some of you will really resonate, that it can be a person who was sort of like flashy too and into material things, but isn't really that, but underneath is different. This is kind of about what's underneath, okay? Now, the other thing, the deeper meaning that I'm feeling here for you today, Gemini, is getting underneath that, okay? Getting into talking about it. There's this feeling that you guys are going to have a conversation, if you haven't already, and talking about this stuff, whether or not you come back together or you kind of not duke it out, but, just have this conversation that's been needing to be had. This is a no contact reading, a separate reading where you and your person are in separation. Now, that's going to be different for everybody. Some of you have blocked your person. Not everybody has blocked their person on social media. Some of you are also, there's a long distance connection here for some of you. Some of you are actually quite close and even share friends. And might even know each other's family. So I won't be surprised if there is definitely some Taurus energy here, I wanted to say. Okay, but yeah, there's this need to get underneath that, okay? And that's so interesting because you got the Chopwood card. And when this comes down in a love reading, it can be about getting back to kind of the simple things, okay? Conversations, holding hands, things that you like to do. I see this energy of that you guys kind of drifted apart. It's been a while for some of you, but there is this feeling of that ending and you drifting sort of back together. Now, for some of you, you're not going to be carrying on, and some of you really want to. This is a great message for you from Spirit about connecting with the things that, the foundations, the things that really brought you together in the first place. That is what chopped wood is, you guys, okay? This is a 6. There's that harmony. There's that guitar we saw. This is about healing. Now, could be also, Gemini, you've already been in healing mode and you're here and you're moving, okay? Some of you need to hear this message in particular for yourself. We did see this cycle for some of you of just this talk maybe and feelings about yourself that you need to look at and work through and let go. But for some of you, this is with your person. This is those simple things. What brought you together? Whatever that is. Your movie nights, your love letters to each other, your long conversations, because, with the last year and a half especially, things have gotten really wonky for all of us, haven't they? And we've all kind of gone off our schedules. We've changed we've picked up some habits that we would rather not have. We've let go of some good ones. We've disconnected from people too. It's really weird because the deeper we went into technology too, the more we disconnected. So I do feel like this was all going on within this time frame for you. But for some of you, the connection goes much longer than that, okay? Especially because there is twin flame soulmate energy here. If you are not on the twin flame journey, no worries. This is not for everyone. And if you don't know what it is, you can definitely find out. Or you can hang tight because I am working on some videos for you, okay? Let's keep going here. Now this is sticking out for you. I love this for you. Okay, before we get into it, let me just push my camera button here because it's about to run out. Just a minute, Gemini. Okay, hi. Thank you for waiting. Gemini, there's an 8, okay? You're moving. You are on the move in happiness now, some of you, and some of you are coming into that energy. I really love your reading, Gemini, really. And don't be worried about the time to go because look, if this is you, you know it's you. You know it's you, okay? Now, you guys, remember, everything can be vice versa here, everything. So it can be that this is your person too. And it could be as if you're a cross watcher, which I usually mention. sometimes you can find that you're resonating. You're here for your Gemini, and then you say, wait a minute, this is for me. Wow, yeah, because you might be here, okay? So take things as they resonate. Take them, go with the flow here. As they say, let go, let God. Really go with the flow, because it's just, there are going to be particular messages for some people. So I love this, though. It's very fascinating to have time to go here, this sort of in-between energy. And then we have this happy, happy here for you. The happy, happy card, you guys. I love that for you. This can be about wanting that, wanting happiness. It could be that you're already here feeling like, some of you, like your releasing is giving you some freedom, okay? But for others, this is the energy that you're coming into, or that is coming up. And I love that. The 8 is an action number, you guys. It's almost like the Chariot card. And as I said, there's definitely some Cancer energy here. Also, we do have Pisces and Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We're already seeing Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus here, Aries, Leo, Sag. So everyone's here. Some will come through stronger throughout the reading. But guys, I love that for you, this energy. So, whoop, okay. You have, look at this, there's the rainbow again, and there are the beautiful translucent wings. There's the star, you're holding onto it, you're smiling. It's kind of like this direction of where you want to go, or where you're already, what you're already in, or where you're heading, you guys. There is this feeling, and I was going to say this peaceful feeling, and look what came down. I do feel like this is some of you in this energy now, and coming for this energy, but also your person. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Look, there's the star energy on this kind of knowing egg, if you will, this symbolic knowing. You have this hearts flying everywhere. This is love, okay? Now this is also showing change, and your person coming to make some peace here, you guys. That's the other thing, whether or not you are in this energy and you are accepting it. So that's going to be different for everyone. So for those of you really hoping for that, I'm happy for you. And just remember that you have free will. Your decisions are yours, okay? But look at this. You have this beautiful dove, and look what they're holding. Do you see that? It's an olive branch. If you don't know, an olive branch is symbolic of a peace offering. Somebody, when you say they're, I should have, or I want to, or they're extending an olive branch, that's what that is. It's this peace offering. So look at that, and look what it's coming right below, the milk and honey. This, you're hoping for that. Some of you are just really hoping for this new start with your person. Some of you are not, and some of you are in the middle here. But we can see there is some work to be done, Gemini. There is some getting under some problems and some issues that you had that were not worked out here. Also, just kind of some simplicity, some communication. This is really interesting. Wow. I love this for you. Look, you got the clean. I'm holding another one, by the way. The clean it up card too, you guys. Okay, I was about to say, look, you guys, there's no 3s here, but wow, I'm feeling this, for some of you, this third party situation that may have been involved or could still be for you or your person, maybe even both of you. But the clean it up card, we have a 3. And that can mean in a love reading that there is a third party, or there was a third party, and that's something that needs to get worked out. Look, you guys. All that glitters, okay? Getting underneath here, all the stuff that happened, and under the surface, okay? Things were not okay, obviously, and they're still not for some of you. And look what's right below it. Clean it up. When this comes in a love reading, this is exactly what you think. Do you see this dust here being kicked up? Look, there's a star there. It's like this knowing, this kind of... we know we need to do this, or I need to do this. Now, this can also be, Gemini, for some of you in your life, just some stuff that you want to work on to keep your energy moving forward, to keep heading for this, to stay in this, whatever that may be, to make peace with this person for some of you. and moving on. But that's not for everyone, because I do feel a really strong energy for some of you of wanting to come back with your person. Now, when an elephant comes down, there are many, many meanings, okay? And that's also something that I will be bringing to you soon regarding spirit animals. Been getting a lot of questions on that lately. Here for you, Gemini, I'm feeling like there is something that maybe you or your person is not letting go, that hasn't let go of. Whether it's the way you were treated, there's definitely some ghosting here, some breadcrumbing here. We have some kind of a little bit of abandonment, kind of feeling like they might have just, there might be the third party involved also, but for some of you, like the connection just sort of was like, what the heck happened? Okay, is what I want to say. But for some of you, there is something that's being not let go. Elephants have really great memories. Now, milk and honey is a beautiful card, and I love that for you, Gemini. But that can be sometimes a meaning here, and that's what I'm picking up on. Okay, but this is about fixing the problems, you guys, when it comes down in a love reading. All right, fixing the things that weren't working, or quite possibly for some of you, just cleaning it up and moving on. Okay, we have the time to go. And like I said, that's not for everyone. You'll know if this is for you. So if that's not yours, don't worry about it. But this really is what you think. What do you do when you clean? You know, you're sweeping and polishing things down, and you can see things again. You can move around. There's clarity. There's peace and things being worked out. And that is the other thing I'm feeling here for you. This is no mistake that we have chopped wood, happy, peace, and clean it up. It's working out the problems. We'll also give some peace for you guys in order to have a really new start, okay? A real renewal, and really completing the end of that cycle and move on to happiness together, okay? That is definitely here for some of you, and you're hoping for that big time. And others, it's simply getting through that for yourself, okay? So that is that. Now your last card is the yin card. So look, 2, that is a partnership. That is your person, and that is about balance. This is the yin card, you guys. So I do feel like for some of you, that is, first of all, what you're wanting, because there was somebody giving more. And I do believe that that was you, Gemini. Excuse me, I'm being a little bit loud here. So for some of you, there's also this feeling that this balance needing to be restored here. Look at this milk and honey, all that glitters, clean it up, peace, yin, happy, chop wood. There's a really strong energy of needing to have a conversation to balance things out, or talk about what had happened. And for others, it's quite simply balancing for yourself. And that's really strong too. And that's always for everybody. And some of you are already here. Some of you are already in this happy energy and this balancing, okay? But this really is kind of about your person here. Okay, guys, we have Lover's Oracle. I did already shuffle, and this is yours. And then we will get another one. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Beautiful card for you, Gemini. I love that. Really, just this message from Spirit of just believing in yourself and knowing that you deserve this happy. Are you here already? I hope so. And if you're not, keep that hope and keep doing that work and making those decisions you need to get there. It's going to be different for everyone, but this really is about manifesting and meditating on, on taking care of yourself here and tapping into that joy, knowing that you deserve it and that it's coming, because we also saw I don't know why the name is suddenly eluding me, but with your hands on your face. And some of you are still a little bit into that, when is this going to end? Okay. Or just maybe some negative self-talk to yourself. That's not for everyone. This is a very particular message. Okay. Well, all right. So I just bumped our beautiful angel here. She does have a heart inside of here, you guys, if you didn't know. Okay, so we are going to look at this because I feel like this is yours, interestingly enough. And then we are going to get a guardian angel reading card for you. Look at all those hearts. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. I love that for you. I really love that for you, Gemini. I'm going to put that here because there is some energy here for some of you that aren't quite sure or are already even out the door and saying, I'm happy without them. But that's not everybody. Or you're trying to get there, okay? Some of you want that with your person. And this is confirmation for you. And also, really, I love it because it really is different for everybody, you guys. When it comes to matters of the heart, there really is no right or wrong, okay? The choice that you make will be for you and help you to understand yourself, your life, okay? Love in general, what it is that you want from your life, from love, okay? Let's put this here for now. Let's get your guardian angel reading card, excuse me. Okay. Excuse me, that might have been loud. And actually, let's put this over here for you. Thank you, Spirit. Whoop. Okay. Wow. All right, guys, I have to do this because this was just popping out for you. I'm going to, I have this deck is a little bit wonky now, but that one was a real obvious one for you. Look at that. Angel of past lives. All right, so we definitely have twin flame soulmate energy here. Some of you, and like I said too, I'm really feeling also like this kind of Six of Cups energy too, that for some of you there is this, which can be a twin flame soulmate card. That is how I feel about the Six of Cups in general, and I have been seeing that, and this is a confirmation of that. But we already know there's some twin flame soulmate energy here. So it could be that with your person, that's either, it could be somebody even coming. We talked about with the balance card that it can sometimes be a person that you just didn't really think about as your type. Okay, that's interesting. Or somebody that's even already in your life, but you've been connected to them spiritually. This can also be your person, guys, okay? Look at this. This angel wings here have a little clock on it. This is definitely divinely timed, you guys. There's a lot of really strong messages here, but there's definitely this connection to your person. I love that for you too. Also, if you look at these clouds and see what you're making out there, when you are seeing shapes in clouds, you guys, those are also messages and signs for you. For example, that's what I want to say to you. There are messages and signs for you everywhere, guys. People have been asking me a lot about signs and also spirit animals. All these, when you open up and you start believing and looking and connecting, I promise you, you will see signs. For your life in general, you will get messages from your angels, from spirit, in so many ways. In a reading, of course, but you know, that's just one very tiny part. I'm talking at night, dreams, waking up, things happening, synchronicity, serendipity, deja vu, all those things, you know. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of that going on here, and I just lost my train of thought, but I'm going to put your angel of past lives here, and that's what I wanted to say to you, that your angels are sending you these messages. They're definitely here for you. I can feel the energy very strongly. And if you feel like you don't see, like I said, just thinking about it, meditating on it, keeping a journal, looking for the things that are happening and repeating, and very obvious stuff, you know, repeating numbers, coins, finding coins, gosh, just so many things. And that's what I wanted to say. For example, with clouds, it's a message from your angels, okay? When you're seeing these shapes. And this weekend, or this week, we were watching the meteor showers that you might have known about, of course. The Lionsgate portal being open, and also having these gorgeous meteor showers that went on until the 12th, I believe. And we kept seeing, we had a little bit of clouds, and we kept seeing our dog that has passed on in the clouds. And then even during the fire that we had after the campfire, we saw the orbs of our dog. So, you know, not everyone believes in that, but I kind of feel like if you're here, you probably do. Okay, so watch for the signs, you guys. They come in so many ways. This is for you. I love this angel of clarity. Really, this is just your third eye opening up. You're getting even past that, you guys. I do feel like it's a little bit like the breathe card too. There is this real strong feeling for you, Gemini, of letting go, letting God, I want to say. I'm going to put this here for you. But look, more angels coming your way, in your path. There's the butterfly again. You just seeing things differently. And as I said, for some of you, that's for your journey alone. In general, or for all of you, but for some of you, it's in combination with your person, this transformation here. And there is a real collective energy of that. And we do have the 5, you guys, so there is some change that is a real, in numerology, it can mean many things, and one of the things a 5 can be is change. So there's definitely this end of this cycle coming for you, Gemini, if you're not already there. Okay, guys, we are going to look at love messages, one of many. I have a lot of decks we've not gotten into in readings yet, but we will. A lot of surprises, a lot of things coming for you guys in the autumn, so hang tight. It's not very far from now. That's only a couple of weeks. I'm going to put your guitar there with your angel there. Love messages direct to you from your person. What do you want to say to your lovely, sociable like a butterfly, Gemini? That's how I see you. I love that. You're kind of like the person at the party. These are yours, these two. Just tells all these fantastic stories. You have a lot of facts. You're kind of like a Virgo in that way. I love that about you. You're the person that I want to go stand to at the next to at the party. Also because I feel safe. Love messages. Darling, just want to let you know I am deeply in love with you. Okay, you guys. That is the biggest wish for some of you. Actually, let's put that, where do we want to put that? I'm going to put that here. Only in between time to go, because I know for some of you, you're like, well, yeah, but some of you are on the fence. Some of you are there out already saying, I'm happy without him. I don't know why, but I can hear that. It's not for everybody. You are adorable. Okay, so there's this real flirting energy here for some of you. Kind of a charming person. Yeah, there is some really strong Cancer energy, guys. But there's also really strong, another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus for sure, especially Taurus. And of course, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Especially some Aries. Just kind of double confirmation. But everybody's here, you guys. Your smile is literally the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, yeah, your person is very flirty. Is that a normal thing, you guys, with your person? Because they're coming through flirty here. You are the pillar of my life. Okay, guys. What else do you want to say to your person? Okay. Baby, I miss your smile and sparkling eyes. All right, you guys have a really strong connection passionately too. Whoops, okay. There's definitely some Scorpio energy coming through here. I believe as I read, we're still under the Libra moon. But guys, that doesn't matter also, by the way. When you get here is when you're meant to hear your messages. These readings are timeless. You could be here a year from now. I've often watched readings and left thinking, oh my gosh, just wow, that was amazing for me. I really connected with that reading. And then it's a year ago. It's just crazy, but that's how it works, you guys. You're sent these messages and things to validate, to confirm, to guide you, to send you peace. Whatever it's going to be, there are different reasons, okay? I listened to the wrong people. Yeah, I felt this here. I cared too much what they thought. I was really feeling the Hierophant energy, definitely this Taurus energy of, I'm going to put this here with all that glitters because I do feel like that they kind of go together there, you guys. Okay. We are going to look at love song messages. I don't think you guys have seen this particular deck yet. These are love messages through song, messages to you through songs, and also love songs. Guys, it could be your song. It could be an artist, a lyric. Quite simply that your person wants to send a message. It can also be you sending a message. These things can be vice versa here, okay? So if you feel like you're resonating, that's normal. Don't worry. Wow. My love, my darling. I've hungered for your touch, a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. The Righteous Brothers Unchained Melody. Okay, you guys, you know that this is from the movie Ghost, but this is from the Righteous Brothers. This is a really strong message, you guys. I already know that there's this passionate connection between you. But your person also, there's this kind of turtle-like too. It has been a little bit slow. And there is this real strong feeling, you guys, of you having hope for it, okay? It's not for everybody, but that's coming through for a large collective. And they are acknowledging that as well. And a little bit scared to come, a little afraid that you've moved on is what I want to say. Don't feel as much fear as I do of them being afraid. Now there's a wall between us. Something there's been lost. I took too much for granted. I got my signals crossed. Shelter from the storm. Bob Dylan. Yeah, there was definitely sort of a stormy moment for you guys. Also a little bit of a tower moment, almost like the Tower card, but not quite so drastic for some of you. All right, but your person is acknowledging that here. They definitely feel like they are aware that they took you for granted. And also you did kind of reach that, you saw that, you know, they know that you know, and I believe a lot of you have talked about it. But there is kind of a block too. And I do feel like for some of you, though, this is not for everyone, but for some of you, there is a third party block, okay? Could be your side, their side, maybe even both. But there is kind of this wall. Sweet dreams of you. Sweet dreams, Patsy Cline. Your person is dreaming about you, Gemini. I love that for you. I'd like to know that your love is love. I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Now, this was first recorded by the Shirelles, you guys, but it got popular with Carole King. But it was written by Gary Goffin. That's a lot of information to take, I know. I'm a bit of a music geek, in case you haven't figured that out. So I do like to try to get those things right. Somebody recently was correcting me on a Beyonce song, so I love that. Please feel free to comment below if there's something that I missed or mispronounced. Okay, or got the right or wrong, whatever. Just let me know in the comments, okay? This is the last card in this deck, you guys. Well, I'm living in your light now as we circle around the sun. Yes, I'm living in your light now. You know, you are the only one. Living in your light, Jimmy LaFave. Absolutely amazing singer-songwriter. Rest in peace, Jimmy LaFave. He was a beautiful man. Amazing songwriter, amazing interpreter of song. He really loved Bob Dylan. But this is beautiful. There's a very, very strong twin flame energy, soulmate energy here. Your person does think highly of you, regardless of what has happened. Okay, guys, some more. Oh, what am I doing? We've already looked at that deck, see? Put this here. That's what I was meaning to do. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. That was a little bit loud. All right. Love messages to you from your person. Could also be that there's something here and you say, no, 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 that's me. That's me. That's what I always say. That can be too. It can be reverse, you guys. I stare into your eyes in all your photos. All right. Yeah. So for those of you that have disconnected on social media, obviously they have photos of you on their phone or can get them. Some of you have not disconnected, so that's a confirmation here that they're watching you. Okay. And staring at you quite literally. I just can't sleep because I keep thinking about you all night. Wow. Yeah, that's really strong. And they're also dreaming about you. Then it goes into your dreams. Some of you guys have a real connection to that. Also, there's some really strong Aquarius energy I wanted to say. Whoops. Pisces as well. I want to be the reason for your sweetest dreams. Guys, we saw sweet dreams of you. They're hoping that you're dreaming of them too. Not just at night in your dreams, but to come back together. Wow, that's not for everyone, but you guys, it's pretty large collective energy. As every moment ticks away, the more I keep thinking about the past, the stronger I feel that our love is meant to last. I love you, baby. I love that for you. A message of love coming to you, Gemini, from your person. Why does everything look crooked? Is that just me? Okay, guys. Let's get as many more as they want to send. What do you want to say to your person? What do you want to say to your Gemini? Okay. I'm not asking for a lot. All I want is for you to look into my eyes and say that everything will be okay. Gosh. All right. See, that could also be you sending it to them to you, but that's pretty strong, you guys. All right. Is there anything you want to say before we move into the last song messages deck? Last chance. Last chance. That's actually Last Dance. I always sing that way. I haven't gotten over the pain of being away from you. Throat chakra stuff here. This is hard for them to say. I don't intend to. All I think about is that one day I'll wipe my tears and I'll see you. Okay, guys. Some of you too, I feel like that's you also to them. That's kind of sad but beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put this over here for you, and hopefully you can see everything okay. Going to put your, I'll leave your guitar there actually. We are looking at the last song messages deck. The same applies, you guys. The camera is about to die here. Just 1 minute. Okay. And I hope life will treat you kind. And I hope that you have all that you ever dreamed of. Oh, I do wish you joy and I wish you happiness. But above all this, I wish you love. I love you. I will always love you. Now look, this is, for some of you, this is your song. But for some of you too, this is a particular message here. For those of you that are leaving or that may have left with the time to go, I'm just going to put it there, okay? It's going to resonate differently, you guys, for each of you. What do you want to say to your Gemini? What do you want to say? Oh, I see the light and the heat in your eyes. Oh, I want to be that complete. I want to touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes, Peter Gabriel. They hold you in high esteem here, you guys. Okay? They're thinking, they think highly of you. That you're a really good person and kind and just sort of angelic-like. There's no gender here, you guys. It's not going to be for everyone. And they're also particularly thinking back to the early stuff that connected you, like with the chop the wood There, I'm just going to set this down here. What else do you want to say to your Gemini? Okay, that was strong. There is no greater love than what I feel for you. No sweeter song, no heart so true. There is no greater love. Amy Winehouse. Okay, guys, I hope you can see that okay. It's really difficult to put them down because I really don't like to cover anything. Okay, these are the last two in this deck, you guys. As God is my witness, I try to be strong. But my turn, I'm on fire. Don't string me along. Flame twin, Nora Jones. You guys, this is a twin flame soulmate card, and that is not a mistake. Nora Jones calls her song Flame Twin. So this, your person knows this either consciously or subconsciously, but it's coming through here today for you. All right, I'm going to put this here and keep your guitar over here. Okay. Actually, with your songs. This is your last card in this deck. And being apart ain't easy on this love affair. Two strangers learn to fall in love again. Faithfully, journey. Okay, you guys, this is really coming through strong. About having that hope and faith. Some of you do. And for your person here is having a hard time with this disconnection with you guys. Some of you, and you know, for some of you too, they are like nervous here that you're in this time to go energy that you've left. And they're wanting you to know that too. It's an acknowledgement. I feel like a lot of you have asked that. Do they even miss you? That, I don't know, that's coming through. The Tarot Closet, love messages, you guys. More direct messages to you from your person. Well, that was fast. This is the last deck. We'll pull a totem or two. It was me, not you, okay? That acknowledgement's always nice. But to hear that in person or through a message will be nicer. And it does look like your person is in that direction if they haven't already sent you a message. I dream of you. There's a confirmation. We know that. Sweet dreams of you here. I want to be the reason for your sweetest dreams. There's a very strong connection to you guys. Also, I feel like you were talking in the night and talking about your dreams as well. Not just your dreams that you had as you slept, but your dreams in life, okay? But there's another confirmation for you. I will never give up on us. Okay, you guys, who is this for? Yeah, I do feel like some of you are also, what I want to say is some of you are also sending it to your person. It's not for everybody, but I made so many mistakes. Yeah, and they listened to the wrong people. There are other people involved too. It can be, wow, that was really wanting to come down. It could also be, like I said, with family too. Cultural differences, some religion, maybe even some like friends and siblings kind of in the background that were getting involved. Just people that don't belong there is what I want to say. You know, in your connection, it's yours. You are my other half. Okay, you guys. So we know that already. Twin flame soulmate energy, you guys. Okay, what do you want to say to your Gemini? Thought they were going to be, wow, okay, that I just dropped the deck, you guys, so that was me. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's your person, but that was not your person. Interesting, though. It was kind of forceful. Sort of didn't feel like me, but there was a lot of cards there. I thought your person wasn't going to talk. That was, this throat chakra is very strong in your reading, but they're actually very talkative. I don't feel good enough for you. Wow, you guys. Interesting. Okay, that is the case for some of you guys. Very interesting card to have come down. Okay, there's also another one. These are the last two. We will get a totem or two for you, Gemini. Please wait for me. Guys, look, time to go. I'm putting that here. This is like, you know, they're feeling this energy for some of you of moving out. And for some of you that are connected too, and they're looking at your photos, they're seeing that you're doing well. That's not for everybody, I know, but there are some of you that are in that energy already, or just that's the energy you're in. We belong together. Guys, all right. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, I can hear this collective just saying, kind of like you have your foot down and your arms crossed. Okay, but for others, you're like, yes, This is the last message coming through, you guys, in this deck. Where do I want to put it? I have such a hard time with that. I really don't like to, I don't want any of your messages to be buried, if you know what I mean. Okay, guys, totems, I'm pulling them away from the camera. It's quite loud. As always, I do not look. Let's see what's coming through for you today, Gemini. Wow, okay. First of all, here's a 2. So this is a confirmation about your partnership. Also with some balance here, okay? Restoring some balance with your person. I'm going to put that here. That can be hard in a twin flame journey. But I'm putting it down because this is where it belongs. You're going to, look, I love this for you. Look, you have an alligator. That can be about channeling strength, you guys, and strength being sent to those of you that need it from spirit. I love this for you. I'm putting it here with your feather. Also from your angels. They're very much in your life. And you know why? Well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to show you that in a minute. We already know that they're guiding you, but I just have this beautiful totem to show you in a second. Roman numerals, you guys. This can be about celebrations, first of all. So it can be sort of about you guys having also a reunion and celebrating that, or coming together at some kind of party. Can also be you coming together with another person at some sort of event, because I do see for some of you there is a new love, okay? It could even be both, you guys, and then you have to choose. 2 can also be about choosing. So and this is quite fascinating. So I do feel like there's a confirmation for some of you that you're in third-party situations or somebody was involved. That's coming down quite a bit. But there's also this need here with the 3 to express yourself so that you're able to move on or grow with another person. Very strong. 6, harmony, healing again with another person. We saw that all over your reading, Gemini. And for some of you, for you, in general. And then we have the 9 again, such a strong number for your reading today about getting what it is you wish for, like getting something, sort of the ending and the beginning, and also something coming to fruition. So is that balance for you? Well, that just kind of flew down there. Connecting with your person, coming to fruition about moving on. That's going to be different for everyone, but look. Guided connection. There is the heart. There is the love. There is the angel. And it came out this way, showing us, particularly showing us the angel wings, you guys. I want to put this here with your happy, happy card, okay? And look, this is beautiful. This is your last totem. It's a penny. Pennies from heaven, you guys. And we talked about this in the early reading. There you go. So for those of you hoping for this sign, you got it. Somebody in your life that has moved on is guiding you. And I feel like it's somebody that you have been talking to a little bit more lately, that you probably talk to regularly. Let me look at the date as well and see. Sometimes, I don't know why, but some of these don't have dates. It's very interesting. This does. This is 1990, you guys. There's the 9 again. Well, just so strong in here about you getting your wishes, that, you know, and attaining stuff, your wishes, really, or things coming to fruition for you, however that's going to be. Also the 19, you know, coming to the 1 + 9, coming to a 10, the end of that cycle. And your angels are guiding you through it, through this completion and renewal. And some of you are already in it, okay? I love this for you, Gemini. Beautiful. Beautiful reading for you. I hope that this finds you well and you're taking care of yourself. I love you. Thank you for being here. All right. Yeah, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.